You are my friend あの日の夢今でもまだ忘れてないんでしょ You are my dream 始まったばっか You know I long as I もう今旅立つよ Every day この先も Shining day 変わらず Singing 光る朝のスマイルこれで見納めのファニーデイ飛び立つフューチャー目指してゴーフォー心のドリーム I go to business 見張ってる空を乗り込んだ私これが最高の Forever Team You are my friend あの日の夢今でもまだ忘れてないでしょ You are my dream 始まったばっか君の longest day 今旅立つよ Thank you my friend あの日のこと今でもまだ覚えてるから You are my dream もう二度とそう戻らないでI go the distance 隠しきれないくらいの大きな嘘をついて飲み込まれる本音これは最後の日負け続けのゲームこれから始まる Check for them You are my friend あの日の夢今でもまだ忘れてないんでしょ You are my dream 始まったばっか You know I long as I 今旅立つよ Thank you my friend あの日のこと今でもまだ覚えてるから You are my dream もう二度とそう戻らないでもう動き出した明日へ手せやしない Friend over So I go the distance
There we go. Jesus Christ. I swear, every time I reopen OBS like once a month to stream, like something's broken somehow, even though I touched nothing. It's some weird shit. I think it's really the problem is the webcam. I don't know why, but sometimes it makes it like the default mic or whatever for the webcam and not my headset and ends up just being broken. Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Mute Monthly. We've had an interesting week. Lots of reveals. Pokemon Day is tomorrow, and I was kind of like, tomorrow we're gonna be talking a lot about Gaia, right? About Gen 10 Winds and Waves. There's gonna be a new trailer. There's a lot of rumors about what's in the trailer. And of course the starters. People are vague posting on Twitter about the trailer and everything. I've heard some weird stuff. Tomorrow we're going to be talking a lot about Gen 10, right? That's all we're going to be thinking about. So I was thinking, we should probably have a stream to talk about the things that aren't Gen 10, that got revealed this week. A couple interesting things that happened. I personally heard some cool stuff about the upcoming Pokemon Horizon season. As I've said, there was also a new announcement from Ball Guy about the next mainline project being codenamed Project Karasu, which means crow in Japanese. So, a lot of people are thinking that's like Legends Johto or something. People are wondering what happened to Ringo, which was the code name in the Terra Leak for the next Legends game, being based on the Galar region. So people are wondering, did Ringo get canceled? Is Karasu a new thing? We're going to kind of talk about all that. I'm going to give my thoughts on those things and all that. And then after that, we're also going to talk a little bit about the other stuff that's going to be in Pokemon Day. And aside from that, we're going to be doing some showdown battles. I'm going to be doing some random battles. Basically, you just challenge. I'll tell you guys my showdown username, and then I'll battle you guys. If you beat me, you get one shot. If you beat me, you get entered into a giveaway that I'm doing. But you also have to be in the GAIACHADS Discord to get to win the giveaway. You know what I mean? So, but we'll get to that later. First off, let's talk about what I brought to the table this week, or well, someone brought it to the table for me, but I'm the messenger. You know what I mean? Pokemon Horizons. Now, of course, as many people have been quick to remind me, just a few weeks ago, I was convinced that Pokemon Horizons was going to be ending this season. That's what I had heard. I had heard a little bit about their work on the new anime and stuff. But unfortunately, a few months ago, it was apparently decided, and I was not privy to this information, that Pokemon Horizons would be renewed. The contracts for their support studios and everything, and of course the contract for OLM themselves, would be renewed for the foreseeable future, being at least a year's worth of episodes being greenlit to continue Pokemon Horizons. Now, I don't personally think that this was a good idea. The reasoning behind this, I was told, is that the next anime isn't ready to be released. That's like the big thing, is it's not ready. Like they're still hammering out the story and stuff. So they aren't even ready to really begin like animating episodes, I think. But, we're talking about Pokemon Horizons. There are a lot of reasons why they shouldn't have done this. The first reason being, of course, that the narrative of Pokemon Horizons is almost done. The big narrative about the 6 heroes, Rockua, all that is it's wrapping up in a few episodes. Like this season, this is the end of it. This is it. Roy is... I still am not... I haven't really watched any episodes of the new arc. I kind of stopped after Mega Voltage. I was just kind of like, whatever. I'm not entirely sure on why Roy has to fight the Rayquaza again. Because I'm pretty sure he already did that. Like, and he beat it with like weaker Mons too. So like, I'm not really sure. Like, that's the thing with Horizons is that they kind of turned every single major fight into like a test for some reason. Mainly because like in the first season of the show, they weren't really doing that, and it got too serious for them. So they're like, okay, we want to have still a serious tone, but you don't want the fights to actually be like super high stakes, so they make everything a test. I don't know why he's fighting the Black Rayquaza again. I actually don't know. Like, I don't know what the rationale for it is, like, in the story. But he is fighting it again. And after this, presumably, he's finally going to catch it for real this time. Oh, I guess it makes sense, because didn't he lose the Ancient Monster Ball for it? Like, didn't they lose all of them? That makes sense. So maybe he has to catch in a new ball now. But yeah, so he has to catch it, and then they're going to fight whoever. I don't even know if they have to fight Spinel again because they just beat him. So I don't know why they have to fight him again, but they've got the Black Rayquaza. Metheo's going to have 100% Zygarde. There's going to be a big fight with it, and then that's it, right? That's like the show's going to the story is going to end. Like, that's the point, is that the only story that's going to end at this point is like the Rockwell one. So, they're done with that. And from what I've been told, and, the person who I talked with isn't really that into the anime. They just kind of know stuff. So I'll give you guys an analogy that kind of makes sense. The upcoming arc is kind of like Decalore Islands from Unova. If you guys recall that, if you guys watched black and white anime back in the day, it's similar to that. It's a very episodic structure, with them covering a lot of different Pokemon and plot points that, fans notice that they missed. So, I mean, there's a lot of Scarlet and Violet stuff in this new arc, which I think people will appreciate. It does seem like, for an overall narrative, I don't think there's one. I think it's kind of just them just going around having fun. The actual big Explorer story is like done now, though, I think. So, this might end up being better than Late Horizons. I really think that, like, the Explorer's plot really wore out its welcome in the time skip. I think that the conflicts being so repetitive and circular, like, it's the same vibe. It's like having a Big Mac every day for a month. That's what it felt like. Like, you have a Big Mac once, right? And it's pretty good. Like, it's not amazing, but it's good. It's flawed, but it tastes good, right? That was like the first season of Horizons. Those conflicts, those vibes, right? But then you start having the Big Mac every fucking day. And every single Explorer's conflict feels the exact same. And, you just kind of feel like, well, fuck, dude. Like, I mean, I'm bored. Like, I'm bored. It's the same shit every time. This is like the 5th time Roy has fought the Black Rayquaza, and this is like going to be like the 3rd time he's beaten it. So I'm just kind of tired, man. You know what I mean? Like, they were good plots and stuff, and they were fun to watch the first like 3 times, but after that, it gets a bit old. And the problem is that they don't let the writers do anything else. So it's just whatever. Yeah, dummy. I think it's like, it really does feel sort of like a Decalore Islands or like Sun and Moon style, which, after so long of a dedicated narrative, this might actually feel better. Of course, it might also be super boring, but I don't think it will be. It does seem like some cool stuff's coming, so I might watch it. Maybe. But that's pretty much it about the anime. Like, the big thing is that Horizons is continuing. There's a new arc. They might announce it tomorrow. I don't know. But new arc, there's gonna be some Scarlet and Violet stuff, some cool mons that they didn't talk about, that they didn't show in the main series. So it's gonna be fun. Anyway, moving on from the anime, Rayquaza. Well, you want to say Rayquaza, Rekuza? Like, what do you want me to say, dog? Like, I could say Rekuza and be a LARPer all day, but like, what do you want me to say, Rayquaza? That's not like I don't I don't talk about like Pokemon like in real life a lot, so I'm not really used to Rayquaza. I don't really talk like to anyone in real life. I live in West Virginia, dog. Like if I tell someone I like Pokemon here, they get like they think I'm like a weirdo. They think I'm like a lolcow or something. But like they don't know what a lolcow is, but they get the vibe. You know what I mean? Like they understand it intuitively, and they think that's like what they think. Anyway, so moving on from that, let's talk about Pokemon Day. Because I mean, I know you guys, a lot of you guys are games fans. You probably don't really give a shit about the anime. So there are a few things that we've been talking about for Pokemon Day that have come out this week. So the first thing is champions, right? There's been a lot of discussion about champions. Also a lot of like consternation. Like people aren't really sure what's going on with champions because they've been pretty radio silent for the past 6 months or so since Worlds. We haven't really like heard a lot of information on like, is champions okay or whatever, especially because there are a lot of rumors that champions' development has not been good, has not been smooth, if you will. I remember there was some guy on LinkedIn last year who worked as like, I don't remember what it was, if he was like not the director, but like some sort of project lead or something. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a phone call from my dad. He's expecting a package I have to sign for. Anyway, let me pull up the chat again. Yeah, so champions. Let's kind of talk a little bit about champions. Champions is Pokemon's official showdown that they're making specifically so that they can sue Showdown for copying their patented product. That's literally what I think they're retroactively trying to do what they did to Power World. Like they're gonna do it to Showdown. I think that's like their plan. That's like why Champions exists. Of course, I'm not a lawyer, so maybe I'm wrong, but that's like my personal like schizo theory about why Champions exists is so that they can make an official product that does what Showdown does, and then they can sue Showdown and say, hey, they're aping our product or whatever. And they might actually just get away with it. Anyway, so Champions, Battle Simulator, plus it's something of a gacha game, I think, something like that, where like you can gacha for Pokemon or whatever. It's had some trouble with production. They brought in people to try to save it. Like I don't remember if it was in 2024 or 2025. There was like problems with it. I don't really know how hard it is to make a battle sim, but apparently they've been having a really, really tough time. My guess is the problems were like with the home connectivity and like getting all the different games to like align and be able to send data to champions. I think that's probably the hard part because when you talk about like the battle system and stuff, like they already have that. Like that's what G Flip 3 is, I think. So, well, part of it. So, like, they already have the battle system stuff coded. So, like, what else is there? And I think it's, like, the connectivity. I think it's, like, the compliance between the different games, which, you know, knowing these devs, they probably have, like, different ways of, like, coding the Pokemon in each different, like, game. And that's why home connectivity is so hard. That's battle logic. All right. Yoda's in the chat, and he can kind of, I guess, explain why the fuck they're having so much trouble with champions, because it really doesn't make sense to me. It's like, okay, well, they have the battle system already. Like, why the fuck is this so hard? And you know, there have been leaks that Champion's been delayed a lot, and they weren't even like sure like when it was going to be coming out, and like apparently the Switch version for Champions is coming out next month. That's the rumor, right? The rumor just came out like today. I remember that one data miner, Kurt or whoever, he tweeted yesterday that it might get shadow dropped on Pokemon Day, but apparently that was a troll. And you know, I'm gonna be straight up for a second, all right. Look, I love our leakers. You know, they give us info and all that, but this whole thing about just like tweeting misinformation to troll Centro, and then like, but yeah, okay, you got Centro, bro. He made a tweet about you, and then it was fake. Like, okay, but you're still trolling us too, though. Like, do you like? I'm tired of this trolling shit. I am tired of this bait shit. Like, it's gotta stop. All right. Like, I remember last fucking stream, I was complaining about, you know, leakers and stuff being friends with trolls and shit. And, you know, the same people I was complaining about last stream, they fucking, like, sent me a bunch of racist porn and shit about, like, and saying it was, like, a hint about Majin or whatever. So, like, and of course, I blocked them, and I banned them on my Discord and everything, because they were even there. Even one of them was even a mod of the Discord, and I banned them too. It's like, and then they say, oh, I wasn't being racist, bro. Like, it was just a shitpost, bro. Like, I do not understand why, you know, leakers and, you know, just generally, not necessarily even leakers, but like people with big followings entertain these people. I don't get it. I don't get what value these people bring to the table at all. Like, and then, you know, the leakers will, you know, in order to be, like, in with them or whatever, they'll, like, behave the same way. Like, you know, you have leakers nowadays just, like, tweeting out trolls and baits and misinformation, and even putting out info and then later on saying their info is fake just to troll Centro leaks, right? And it's like, okay, Centro's, you know, he reposts shit and he's a bit of an asshole. Okay, whatever. But you also have to realize you're misleading your own following and the people who consider you reliable. And, you know, if you keep doing that shit, people won't think you're reliable anymore. Because even if people know you have stuff, like, for example, you know, that one guy. I don't want to name him on stream. You know, he probably doesn't want me to. But, you know, that one guy. You know what I'm talking about. Like, everyone knows he's got leaks, right? Like, we're not dumb. But he tweets 5 different things about the same info in a week. And you don't know which one's real. So it's like, okay, yeah, bro, I know you have real info, but I can't trust anything you say, right? So, and like, that's an entirely different issue from like the actual trolling that goes on in the leak community. Like, the Pokemon leak community is so fucked. You know, I used to think that the anime community was like the worst part of the Pokemon community because of like all of the like the pedophilia and the actual mental illness and stuff, because there are people in the anime community that are fucking insane. But the leak community has 2 problems. The first problem is that it is negative as fuck. No one actually likes or even buys the products that Pokemon releases, like the games and stuff, which, you know, if you don't want to buy it, you know, that's their prerogative, right? Like, it's like, they're $70. Like, I get that not everyone can pay like $70 for a half functional game, but you don't even like this shit. And they spend all day dooming and shitposting about it and being like, oh my god, this game's going to be so bad, the graphics are going to be terrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not even buying this shit, I'm going to pirate it day one. I mean, fortunately, they can't pirate it anymore, but like that shit went on with ZA a lot, where it was just like, like 90% of the people were not buying the game, and you're just like, okay, well, what the fuck's the point, right? Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not a Game Freak glazer. I am. I'm a massive Pokemon glazer, and I will buy every single Pokemon game, no matter how dog shit it is. But I understand not everyone's like that. But the very least you can do is not go into a community dedicated to like a thing like Pokemon, and then shit talk it for months and years on end, and then think it's like, sorry, burped. Think it's like funny, right? It's like so. It's so tiring, dog. Like, and that's like the one thing. And the other issue is like the trolling and the culture, right? Like, the culture of the 4chan league, not Freudian slip there. The culture of the Pokemon League community is pretty 4chan adjacent. And I'm not like necessarily an anti 4chan person. In fact, I posted on 4chan for years, and I was well known on the 4chan Pokemon forum. Like, my name was. I don't really post there anymore. I haven't posted on 4chan in like 2 years, maybe, or maybe a year and a half or 2 years. But like, after a while, the same jokes and atmosphere, it gets boring, and it gets, you start to realize how, I don't want to be hypocritical and say it's like vile, but it's like, it's just annoying, right? It's like not even that funny. It's just like annoying. And and the culture of the Pokemon League community is pretty adjacent to 4chan. I wouldn't say like they're all, slinging racists or whatever. That's not true. But it's pretty adjacent in like the vibe, the jokes they use, like the emotes they use, all of that. Like, it's like frustrating when, you give one of like a senior League community member like image perms, and then they start posting like BBC shit. Like, that shit literally happened yesterday. Like, a person came in, and they were like a known League community member from the ZA League season. They came into GAIACHADS yesterday. I gave them VIP because I was like, I remember the name, and like they were pretty, like they had like leaks and shit. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, fuck it. They instantly posted like some BBC meme, and you're just like, what? Like, they literally cannot help themselves. It's the weirdest shit. It's like they have to be able to post all of that dumb shit in every single place that they enter. And of course, I timed them out, removed their shit, and then they left the server. And you're just like, okay, well, whatever. Have said it's switched to exclusives. Yeah, no, Gen 10 is switched to exclusive. Pay up, buddy. You need to buy a Switch 2. Get a job. Yeah. It's Switch 2 exclusive. Sorry, bro. If it was Switch 1, the graphics would be fucked. Like, they can't do Switch 1 anymore for anything. Like, it's too weak of a system for the kind of game Gaia is. Like, Gen 10's a relatively ambitious game for Pokemon. They would never have been able to do on the Switch 1. It's Switch 2 exclusive. Anyway. So, back to what I was saying. You just kind of get tired of it. And, when you have people, like, there are people with, like, 50,000 followers who are hanging out with these people. And they think it's, like, cool or whatever to be in, like, you're in that, like, cool little edgy group or whatever where they just, like, I don't even know what they do all day. They just, like, jack off and, like, do whatever. And you're just like, okay, dog, like, grow up a bit? Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I don't know, dude. It was just annoying. I was kind of referring, this is what I meant by, like, drama. There was, like, a whole incident, like, a couple weeks ago with these same people I complained about the last stream, and it's just annoying because, I thought, personally, that they would be better than to, multiple people at the same time sending me the same fucking porn, Like, you'd think that they'd be, like, a little bit more mature, perhaps, or, just not like that, but they're not. Like, they think that shit's funny. Like, they thought that shit was, like, probably the funniest shit that happened to them that week. It's, like, it's so weird. I don't know. Anyway. enough about that. Let's talk about Project Karasu. So, Project Karasu is something that was announced by Ball Guy in a scheduled tweet 2 days ago, I think. And it's confused a lot of people, including me, you know. He claimed it's the next mainline project for Pokemon. Can we talk about the racism? I mean, I don't want to sit here talking about drama for 30 minutes. You know, like, there's more to life than drama. Project Karasu is not Gaia DLC. I'm gonna get into it. All right, let me kind of talk about what we know. Okay, so first thing is that why claiming on? I already did explain. What do you mean? They sent me that shit. Like 2 people sent me it, and then a third person said, "Oh, bro, don't unblock them. It's a shit post." And you know they instantly sent that shit, which meant they were like in a call or something. They sent that shit. I then blocked the 3 of them. Well, I think I blocked them or I just unfriended them. Blocked the 3 of them. Banned them from GAIACHADS because all 3 were in it with varying roles. 2 of them were with the orange role, and then one of them was a mod, actually. Banned them, and that was the end of it. They sent me apologies in another Discord. I didn't read one of them. I read one of them, and it was like, okay, dude, like, okay, whatever, bro. And I just fucked off because, you know, I'm not the kind of person to drag shit out, right? Like, I'm not going to name them on here or whatever, you know. I could, and it would be really funny, but, you know, you don't really need to platform that kind of person anyway. So, I'm not going to name them or whatever, you know, it's whatever. Like, I was just saying, you know, it's really annoying that, like, leakers, etc., are actually friends with these people. Not only leakers, but like really, really big members of the community with followings. Like some of the biggest names you know are like friends with these guys, and they hang out with them. And you're just like, oh well, they're cool because you know they're like in the secret group or whatever. Like, okay, they're shitty people. Like that's my take on it. Like, it's whatever. Anyway, about Project Karasu, announced by Ball Guy. It's claimed to be the next mainline project. Now, according to, and also the big thing we do know is that it's not Gaia DLC, right? Central claimed that, you know, I don't really know where he heard that. I asked around, and it does seem like he's right. Like, it's not Gaia DLC, which is, like, a big thing. So, because you're right. The person in chat who were saying, Ronaldo, the... What kind of name is that, dog? Ronaldo, the Geography. Thanks, Ronaldo. Anyway, you said, could Project Karasu be Gaia DLC since SV DLCs had codenames as well? That's a good question. That was actually my first assumption, but it is not Gaia DLC, apparently. So it's like the next mainline project. So, you know, you think about the Terra Leak. Well, the Terra Leak schedule was saying that the next project after Gaia would be Legends 3. Which at the time was codenamed as Ringo. Legends Galar set 1,000 years in the past about the first person to create a Dynamax Pokeball, which makes no sense because Pokeballs canonically did not exist 1,000 years ago, so I don't really know where that's coming from. But it's going to be like, it's probably going to be called like Legends Eternatus or something, and it's like against Gmax Eternatus or something, which is like, in my opinion, lame. In my opinion, it's pretty lame. So, I don't want to pull it up on stream because they'll copyright strike it after. After Gaia DLC, and then Ringo was Seed. So Seed is a project that, it was like the last project of Gen 10, which is interesting because Gen 10 would then have a third project, which is unusual. But Seed is basically like the MMO, the one where they have 4 regions, like the first 4 regions, all connected together in a unified version of like Japan, and it's like one game with one map of like it's like the meme that people used to do of like, why don't they just put all of the gens together in one big game? They literally are trying to do that, which would be cool. But that's after Legends 3, so that's not the next mainline project. So Karasu isn't Seed. It is apparently, like, it could be Legends 3, or, you know, it could be something else they decided to start doing. But I think it's Legends 3. I think that Ringo had Legends Galar, in the iteration we know it of, has been scrapped or altered enough to be considered a new project entirely. So maybe they took aspects of Ringo, like the combat, which I think was the big thing. It has like Pikmin style combat. I think that they are taking that and they're putting it into a new project. Kind of like how Oasis used to be part of Gaia and then was moved into its own thing, Mega Oasis, which is Pokopia, right? I think that's kind of what happened here. So they took some parts of Ringo that they did, but they felt like the actual full concept as it was, like the whole thing, was like not good enough. So they reworked it into a new project being Karasu. Now, the name implies it's Legends Johto because the Japanese name of Murkrow is Yami Karasu, which is like, you know, Shadow Crow or whatever. Point is, people think that maybe they took that combat, maybe they took some of the other tech that they were doing in Ringo, and they just redid it into like Legends Johto. And you know, there is precedent for this. Legends 2 was originally a Legends Johto. It was, thinking off the top of my head, interestingly enough, it was a double version game, similar to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I don't really remember a lot about the details, but they developed it for like a year and change or something, and then they decided to just rework that into ZA. And honestly, ZA is ZA is fascinating. I really, really did admire that decision. I really did admire that decision for them to do that. I think that like ZA, like if they had tried to do a double version Legends, did we ever hear a codename for it, or was it just L2 pre-production? I can't recall. And unfortunately, you know, I had all this stuff laid out in Mutendo, right? With like the different channels for the different projects and everything, and they got deleted. So it's on my camera roll somewhere, but I have to scroll back a really long time to find it. So someone else is gonna have to figure that out for us. But I do think that the idea of like them, you know, because, you know, Legends Arceus, Legends 1 was really well received, right? People loved it. I loved it. I mean, honestly, I didn't love it as much as some other people did. I'm gonna keep you a stack, but it was still really good. And if they had, and one of the big things that people liked about it was that it was a single version game, right? It was just one game. You didn't have to, like, there wasn't any trading between versions or whatever. And then they instantly after that tried to turn Legends into a double version game. People would have been pissed. Like, people would have been fuming. Like, it was, it would have been pretty funny. So I'm happy they decided to not do that. But a Legends Johto, I would say that outside of Sinnoh, Johto is probably the best region to do a Legends game for. And I really think that, like, you know, they have to add some extra content. You know, like, the reason why, like, Gold and Silver had Kanto in it was because, you know, the game, like, Johto by itself is kind of small. And, you know, I don't know if Johto has, like, enough folklore to do a Legends game that's just Johto. Like, you probably have to add Kanto in there. But it would be really cool, especially if like, if all of the cities were like Japanese style architecture, everything, like it would be pretty fucking cool. It would be pretty fucking cool. Like imagine visiting like Ekritique City, dude. Like that would be awesome. They have to add Sinjo. Yeah, they would probably add Sinjo to that. I think that'd be an easy slam dunk. But dude, imagine a giant dark cave dungeon like in like 3D open world, and like it's like tunnels and shit. And you have to find your way through and all that. That'd be pretty cool, right? So like a Legends Johto is, I think, a good idea. This is false because I guess disagree. In an Ultra Space game that never visits Alola would be peak. Yeah. I mean, what would be interesting about an Ultra Space game is that, what would be not so interesting is that it wouldn't be like an open world game. It would be like a weird, almost like Mega Dimension, where you'd be going through like dimensional pockets of like different realities and stuff, right? Where it's like little dungeons that are like you just go through portals and stuff. I don't know how well they could execute something like that. Like it would be kind of like Legends Arceus, where like you have different maps that you like portal to. I don't know how I feel about something like that. Like it might be good, but it would be like really hard to like do it well. You know what I mean? Legends Johto is like more straightforward. Like it's just make Johto, put in like some cool shrines and stuff, make like an awesome Celebi post game quest, or even just make it Legend Celebi. I don't know. Procedurally, that sounds like dog shit. I'm sorry. That sounds like dog shit. Procedurally generated Ultra Space. That sounds terrible. Low key, high key. That sounds dog shit. Okay, that sounds cool. 3D navigation. You like riding Solgaleo around or whatever? Yeah, that sounds cool. But also, they'd have what I would like from a Legends Ultra Space is like 30 more Ultra Beasts. You know what I mean? Like they did like 50 Megas. Why can't we do like 50 Ultra Beasts? Like just give me a bunch of Ultra Beasts. You know what I mean? That could actually be cool. Like that would be the big thing. Is that they give you a bunch of Ultra Beasts? I would take that. But no visiting Alola. You don't want like a free little post game Alola where you like go and do like the trials or gym challenge or whatever? Like that would be fun. Like you just make Alola post game. There you go. You have fun. But yeah, I don't know. In general, I think that Karasu, like at this point we really have no reference for what it is, because we were like, okay, well, Legend 3 is gonna be Galar. I don't know how I feel about Galar, but maybe it'll be good. But honestly, it's probably not gonna be very good. I don't like Gmax. I don't like Dynamax at all. Like I personally hate that shit. But what the fuck is Karasu though? And no one's saying anything about it. Like I asked around, no one's saying nothing about Karasu. So it's like we're gonna have to wait for Ball Guy to come back to give us a little bit of illumination. Some people were thinking that maybe it's like gonna be in the presents, but I feel like that would have been leaked by now if it was. But also, why did he post Karasu? Why did he schedule the tweet for 3 days before the presents though? Right? It's like, well, is it because it's in the presents and he wanted to say he knew about it before? Like that's the obvious theory, right? Like, and I would hope so because I want to know what it is, and I hope it's in there. Do we believe Ball Guy on this? Yeah, it's real. I've learned enough about it to know that it's real, but it's like what is it though? Like if it's Legends Johto, that's fine, but I keep thinking like, what if it's something else? Like what if it's like Black and White remakes or something? Because remember Ku kept going on about Black and White remakes like last year or something. I remember he kept going on about it. He's like, oh my god, there's Black and White remake, guys. And then it wasn't a Terra League. Everyone's like, okay, well you were just making shit up then. But maybe he wasn't. Maybe what if they did just cancel Legends and there's a Black and White remake? Or what if there's like people are calling it mainline, but another studio was doing Black and White remakes, or Black 3 White 3. Although let's be honest, Black 3 White 3 it like that's gonna be like a mainline. Like we would have known about that shit. Like that's gotta be a mainline. But what I'm saying is like, what if we got another like not ILCA, God forbid, but like another studio doing a remake of Black and White, right? And that's like the main line. Like that's technically mainline because it's like a mainline game, but it's not being made technically by Game Freak. It'd probably just be supervised by them. You know what I mean? So like after the DLC in like 2028, before they release the new Legends game, they do like a Black and White remake from Soto Studio. Because like look at Pocopia, right? It's being done by Game Freak in collaboration with Koei Tecmo, and it looks really good. It actually looks like the best like running Pokemon game, the best playing Pokemon game in like 10 years. Like I really, really sincerely think that Game Freak just like aren't the best developers. Like they're just not the best at their jobs because every Pokemon game that comes out from like another studio is like insanely well running. It looks good, all of that. It's flows well, consistent. It's a good package. No 3D game from Game Freak could be said to be that good. So, Pocopia is, I think, I really hope Pocopia sells well. I hope it hits like 20 mil copies. I don't think it will because they're not really advertising it. I'm pretty sure Game Freak's like afraid of letting them advertise it specifically so that the game doesn't perform that well, but it should because apparently the game is really, really, really good. But that said, I think that if they give remakes to an actual competent studio, then Black and White remakes could be good. And it could be it could be the next mainline project. And Legends 3, for example, got pushed back, maybe to give it more dev time, right? Because that's the big thing, right? Like, what if both are real? Like, what if Ringo is still real, but, after the positive reception of ZA, although it didn't really perform as well as they expected, apparently, positive reception of ZA from the 4 years of dev time, Gaia also had 4 years of dev time, I think. What if they just want to keep doing that? Give Ringo 4 years instead of, well, I think it's already going to have 4 years, but like give it 4 years of dev time coming out in 2028 or 2029. Then, to fill up the timeline, Karasu in 2028, Black White remakes, pretty simple game, but maybe there's some extra content, some extra story stuff. It could even be Black and White 3, and in which case, no one's going to complain at all. And then they could even do like a little announcement for Ringo, like at the end of like Pokemon Presents, like Pokemon Day at 2028. Like they can do a little like announcement, like they did with ZA, like just say like, oh, this is coming out in 2029, so people have something to look forward to. I think that's fine. That's a fine content cadence, in my opinion. And I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, I think that we have to learn more about what Karasu is. Is Seed still happening? Allegedly, but like we've heard nothing about it. And honestly, I don't think it's feasible. Game Freak can't make that game. I mean, I'm sorry, but they literally are incapable of making a game that big. It's never gonna happen. They would have to have someone else make the game for them. Maybe Bandai would be able to make that kind of game. But Game Freak, nah, they can't. They can't make that shit. It's never gonna happen. Maybe Square Enix, maybe like Bandai or Square Enix would be the kind of dev studio they need to make that game. Game Freak is incapable of making Seed, I think. It's just way too ambitious. It's way too big. Especially when you have like the MMO aspects and stuff. Like, hell no. Like they can't do that. They are just not good enough at their jobs to do that. And it's like I like the games Game Freak makes, right? I've been playing them my entire life. But I also can recognize their limits of when they're able to do something and when they're not. And they are definitely not able to make that shit. Yeah, but you can't. But when the features are literally the whole game, like the concept of the game is the problem. The whole uniting feature of the game is a single contiguous Gen 1 to 4 map with shit filling in the gaps between the different areas of Japan. So it's not just like four regions. It's more like 6 regions probably worth of stuff. Because you have to have like the spots in between the different regions, right? Like because Japan, like the different parts of the Japan are like they're very far apart. Like there's Hokkaido, then there's like the Kanto region, and then down there's like where Hoenn is. I forget what it's called. Like there's a lot of space in between those parts of Japan. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is officially Pokemon Day in Japan. Nice. Oh, that's the package. Give me a sec. Anyway, back to our conversation. So, is Seed still happening? Like we have no proof that it isn't, but I really think that shit's not happening, dog. I don't know, dude. I really don't know. Maybe Karasu. Potential theory: Karasu replaced Seed, and then they flipped the release scheduling of it. So Karasu is something of a rush project, but it's actually going to be what Seed was going to be. It's like it takes the place of that. That's another theory. But yeah, that's generally I think all we know about Project Karasu. I hope that we're actually going to get some info this year, and he didn't just drop that name. He's not going to say nothing for like a whole year. I hope that we get some sort of info about it. Never dropping him. No, I'm out. Yeah, no, I agree. Like even Western studios who are like the kings of MMOs, they can't even release an MMO these days. Like, have you seen what happened to Ashes of Creation? Okay, shut up, Skylom. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Have you seen what happened to Ashes Creation, dude? Like, I mean, of course, like that was a scam from the start, but like no studio can actually make an MMO these days, much less fucking Pokemon. Like, yeah, I'm an Ashes victim too. I paid $500, dog. I paid $500. I did. I'm an Ashes victim. Like I am too, dude. Welcome to the club. That's crazy, bro. Like, oh my god, that shit was insane. That shit was, dude. He furloughed his fucking entire studio staff to pay off his house. You know what he fucking did? He fucking told Steam, yo, not Steam. He told his bank that owned the loan for his house to go directly claim all of the early access earnings of the game from Steam and then use it to pay off the loan. That shit is diabolical. I never have heard of someone doing that shit in my life, dude. And the thing is, it's crazy because that fucking game had like 100+ people working on it. It wasn't like just like two guys who made a fake Kickstarter or whatever and then just like made some shitty little tutorial asset flip thing and then dipped. This person employed dozens, hundreds of people for years to do that shit. And no, it's not fucking legal. He's gonna get sued to shit. It's not fucking legal. He's a retard. But this person ran a con for years. And the crazy thing is, if he had just bothered to actually try to make the game from the start, the game was only like 3 years away from being done. Like, that's the thing. Like, the game was like kind of sort of playable already. Like, they literally just had to fucking like make the game for a couple more years, and they would have a real game, and he would have a fuck ton of money to pay off his house and buy like 6 more houses. But instead, he just chased the bag. I don't know, dude. It's insane. I don't know, dude. Like, there, like, if like Nintendo MMO playtest was a little weak. Are you saying there's a Nintendo MMO? I didn't even hear about that shit. I think I saw one picture of it one time, but apparently there's a Nintendo MMO. Like, is it actually an MMO? Like fucking Riot even. Riot Games, which some would consider the premier American dev studio at this point in time. Well, maybe not now, but a few years ago they were. They tried to make an MMO, and they had to scrap the entire thing and restart. I think that's like the 3rd time they've done that, or the 2nd time they've done that. Like, even they can't actually make an MMO, even though they run literally like the 2nd and 3rd most played video games in America. Like League of Legends and Valorant. Like, they run both of those games, and both of them are insanely popular and they have a lot of players. I think Riot's failures with the MMO kind of have, like, and a lot of their other projects, like 2XKO and stuff, have kind of failed. So I think they're kind of, like, contracting right now. I think that they were, like, really, really ambitious at the start of the decade. They were like, we're going to make a fighting game, we're going to make an MMO, we're going to make an ARPG, we're going to make all this shit, we're going to make Valorant, and, Valorant actually worked out. But the other ones kind of didn't work out, like, at all. So Riot MMO is not really happening anytime soon. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. They like fired like Ghostcrawler, who was like their whole product lead. He left. That's not good. Yeah, they did like a bunch of shit, and they ended up canning like all of it. Anyway, all that said, I still got faith in that Riot MMO, bro. Oh my god, bro. What kind of MMO is it even gonna be? I don't even think they know. Like, what kind of MMO is it? Is it a sandbox MMO? Is it a theme park MMO? They don't even know. Like, they don't know. They don't know what kind of MMO they even want to make. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what I'm gonna say? Mists of Pandaria wasn't even that good, bro. Like, he's like famous for like Mists of Pandaria PvP. No, dude. The class balance? No. Mists of Pandaria wasn't even that good. Fuck the fucking pandas, bro. It wasn't even that good. Let's say it. It wasn't even that good. Anyway. It's now time. Viewer battles. Let me make a new tab here. Pull this over here. Play Pokemon Showdown. No, that's the wrong fucking. That's plant side. Play. That's Deadlock. Give me this. Yep. All right. Log in. All right. Welcome to the Moot Showdown Challenge. You will battle me in Gen 9. Single battle, random battles. One shot. If you win, you get entered into a giveaway for a Switch 2 and a copy of Winds or Waves, your choice. Or just like, what is that? $520. You can choose either. You don't have to get the Switch 2 if you already have one. You can just get the 500 whatever bucks. So that's how it works. You have to be in the GAIACHADS Discord so that you can enter into the giveaway. Then you battle me on Showdown, and that's it. If you are down, challenge Moot251 on Showdown right now with your with the Gen 9 random battle. Challenge me right now, and I'll fight you. And I'll even turn on the stream. Let me gaming. Window capture. Pull that over there. Showdown. Turn that on. Boom. No cheating though. Wait, I might have to turn. Wait, I might have to turn this screen off because people will just look at my team and cheat. All right, I'm actually gonna turn this off. I'm sorry. I really want to I want to show you guys the battles, but I just realized that if I do that, then I'm just turn back to here. If I do that, then you guys will cheat. Moot251. All right, I've got 2 battles set up. Let's do this. Oh shit! I gotta mute the fucking. All right. What I'll do is I'll link the battles. Hold up. Yeah. I'll link the battles. No battle timer, guys. I'm battling multiple of you at once. I'm not setting up a delay, bro. What the fuck? I'm not doing that. But you guys can watch the battles. Check in the links in the chat below, and you can watch them. No battle timer because I'm fighting multiple people. Can you turn this off? Yeah, turn it off. I'm fighting multiple people, so turn it off, Traffala. I can't battle timer while fighting like 5 different people at once. All right. Oh, come on. You stupid piece of... This stupid fucking... Whatever. Whoa! Mischievous! Oh my god. Alright. Rock. Right. Okay. Let's do this. I think I'm cooked against Trafalgar. I don't know about this one, chat. Oh. Right. Boom. Boom. Let's do this shit. Bang. Ah! Oh my god, you're so cringe. You are so cringe. You are so cringe. You're so cringe. You're so cringe. You're so cringe. Oh my god, you're so cringe, Trafalgar. Dude, you're so cringe. Oh my god, I can't kill it. That's so disgusting. Steel. This is so ass. Oh my god, Travelall, you're giving me a fucking headache, bro. Ah, fuck. How much speed does this have? It has a lot of speed, bro. Fuck. Fine. Flinch, please. Yes. Fuck you, bitch. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Weakness. Repump me. Rock, steel. Resistance, biting. Thunder punch. Stupid. There it is. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna trust you guys not to cheat. This is shitty content. I'm trusting you guys not to cheat, so don't cheat, okay? If you cheat, you'll be banned from everything. Alright? And no more leaks for you. But this is really shitty content, so I wanna show you guys just what I'm doing. Oh my lord, he's got a Zekrom. Oh, good thing I've got that. Nice. No, he had quick attack. That's so unfortunate. Whatever. Let's go. Oh my god, what the fuck? Surely this man's tanky enough. Boom. Yeah. That's what it's all about. What exactly is your plan, Skylom? I don't really get it. Oh no, not this motherfucker. Yes! Ha! Let's go, baby. There it is. What? He lived? Oh my god, that's insane. Okay, whatever, bro. Whatever. Boom. What? Uh-oh. I did not know. I was unaware. I was unaware. Whatever. One last. Wait, it's Terra Steel. No, no, please. Oh my god, Whiskatch is such a piece of shit. Whiskatch is so bad. Okay, I lost that one, but it's okay. Oh, okay. All right, Trafalaw won. Good job. You are the first. You are the first winner. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Skylon, but it looks like it wasn't meant to be. I mean, I made a mistake there. I made a mistake with the Sap Sipper. I think I would have won otherwise, but I made a mistake, so shit happens. All right, 2 more battles. Boom. Boom. What? He lived? Uh-oh. Um. Oh, he used Thunderclap. Um. Okay, GG. Fortunately, Skylom got fucked. Iron Boulder, Iron... What the fuck? Right. It missed. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh my god. It always misses. It always misses. Whatever, dog. Uh, oh, silly kid. Ha! Get fucked. Mm. What kind of team is that, bro? Like, this is so boring. There. Actually, I don't have a choice. Oh, get out of here, man. Get out of here, you. Ah, well, there we go. All right. Why does this one not know earthquake? You fuck. Why the fuck does this one not know earthquake, bro? Whatever. Oh shit, wait. I should have done that. Oh. Ha! Missed. That's really bad. I had to eat that. What? At 5%! It's 5% miss, you fucker. What? This is so stupid. It's 5% miss. That's actually no. You're so lucky. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're so insanely lucky. Oh my god, of course, bro. Ugh. Whatever. Jesus Christ. Oh, you're just a gem here, aren't you? Okay, Lyra, just keep body pressing. Congratulations, Yoda Force. You got ridiculously lucky. That's the only reason you won. And TMO2 has lost. Alright, I'm finally using my second Pokemon. Dami isn't doing too great, but maybe he can pull it through. Isn't Mighty Cleave a Zacian move? Ba 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 ba. Ooh, another challenger. Brother Gund. I don't know who this guy is, but let's see. Oh, Dami, you don't want to play this game with me, brother. You do not want to play this game with me, bro. You do not. Oh shit, I almost. Oh. Oh wow. Okay. Flip turn. Dami is not having a good time, chat. Dami, they'll DM me, I'm sure. You can't be serious, bro. Why does everyone hit the burn on me though? Someone have an answer? Like, why does everyone hit the burn? Choice. Okay. This is the correct play. GG, Dommy. That was a mistake. Should have throat chopped again. Oh, wait, maybe you can't do it twice. So far, we have two winners. We have Trafalaw, whoever that is, and Yoda. Both of them were flukes, by the way. Oh my god, I'm taking this guy apart. Wait, what did this say? They disabled my. Oh, yikes. Okay, well, Stonehenge it is. Good thing I've got a second Earthquaker. Um. Jeez. Okay, whatever, dog. Oh my god, bruh. I actually really good. Oh man, bro. Guy's kind of on the ropes though. What's he gonna do? Oh boy. It's time for. Might actually win, actually. It's unlikely, but he might win. Okay, well, I'm not sure about that. Oh my god, dude. I can't. Wait, no. Oops. Um actually yeah. I swear to God, if this guy if he parahaxes again, I'm gonna lose it. I'm genuinely gonna lose it. Oh, I mean, I'll body press you to death too. It doesn't matter. Here. Oh. All right. Boom. Big man. Can you kill me in one shot? That's the question. Well, 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 Brother Gun. Can you kill me in one shot? You have one shot, one opportunity, or you lose. What's it gonna be? What are you gonna do, buddy? Come on. Oh my. What kind of choice was that? Yeah. If you had close combat, you might have actually won. Poor guy. So what am I? How many people did I kill? I killed 4 people. I'm 4-2. That's not bad. 66% win rate. And keep in mind, I was fighting you guys at the same time too. I'm the king of Ranbats. I mean, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I'm pretty fucking good, I think. All right, buddy. Why don't you challenge me then, huh? Why don't you hit a random battle challenge then, if you're so confident? Saying I'm not good. You're fucking doing it right now? Alright, let's see it, buddy. I don't know, you probably challenged the wrong name. It's Moot251. Moot251. It's not Moot Monthly. It's Moot251. Someone probably made an account with my name to pretend to be me, but my actual shit-out name is Moot251. It's right here. Oh, wait, maybe it's like, maybe I have too many things open. Here, I closed them. That's weird. Here, I'll challenge you. What's your name? Just type it out in the DMs. I'll type it. Yeah, do it one more time. Try it one more time, just in case. Broktashi forever. Here, I'll do it. What? There you go. I sent you a challenge. There it is. All right. That did not lower. That did not change the sound at all. Whatever. Uh-oh. No way that doesn't kill. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. What do you mean that doesn't kill him? What? Bro, I had 650 special attack plus Terra Stab. Well, actually, no, I didn't have Terra Stab. But plus, I didn't have Stab either. Wait, no, I do, though. I think that's how it works. I should have killed you. That was stupid. That was really that was really fucking dumb. All right, whatever. That's fine. Boop a doop a doo 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 doo. Apparently, HT1 is having internet connection issues. We'll see if he reconnects. I mean, I'm beating his ass anyway, so it's like, you know, he might get lucky. I'm shocked Spectrier died, though. Okay, he reconnected. I'm shocked. Like, I actually cannot believe that shit happened. Like, that was ridiculous. He should have killed you one shot. Like, that was insane. That's just that what? Bro. Okay, whatever. I gotta be slow and fat, so be it. Every fucking time, man. Every time I get I get this shit. Every time. Come on, bro. I need you to perform. I need you to perform. He died. He got one shot. Oh my god. This is not. Does not feel good. I hate this. I hate Dedede, bro. I hate you so much. Okay. Come on, baby. Yes! But at what cost? This is disgusting. I've never been so disgusted in my life. Oh, he disconnected again. Oh, I'm gonna get saved by the bell. I hate this. I got bent over by a Dedenne, man. I can't believe it. I have no ground types on my team, so I just ate shit. Like awesome. Not sus at all. Time to pray. It's time to pray. Time to lock in. Come on! Oh my god. Oh, I'm so cooked. Pray once more. Live that. No! I lost again! Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god! I lost again. I'm cooked, dog. I'm so rusty, bro. I used to beat this guy all the time, and now I'm getting fucking shit talked and fucking beaten out by this guy who can't even fucking connect to the server, dude. Oh my god. Whatever, bro. Good job, I guess. Oh my god. This fucking guy, dude. Disgusting. Disgusting, disgusting. Dishonest. Alright. I should have made these best of threes so I could win more, but whatever. Not sus at all. Alright. Anyway. Well, I think that's pretty much all our challengers. I think that's everything I wanted to get to today. I don't know how long I've been live for. I've been live for almost 2 hours. That's actually kind of long, dude. Oh my god. I've been sitting here for almost 2 hours. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to get to. I'm going to be playing the marathon like beta test later today. I don't think I'm going to stream that, but I'm going to be playing with some friends. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live at 8:30 a.m. So 30 minutes before the presents, I'm going to go live. We're going to kind of reminisce. I'm going to give a little bit of speech and all that. And it's finally time for Pokemon Day. We're going to have so many different announcements. Gen 10 at last. We're going to be going over that whole thing. I'm sure I'm going to be taking on more challenges and stuff as well. Going to be doing the bingo giveaway and everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys there. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. At least be there for 9 a.m. Be here at the stream. Watch Pokemon Days presents with us. If you want, you can. We're going to be doing a Discord voice chat as well. If you have VIP in the server, you'll be able to talk. We'll be reacting together. But I strongly suggest watch it here because it's going to be unforgettable. And we're going to have a lot of analysis and stuff to do after. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Happy Pokemon Day.